Today on Suncoast View, Amazon swallows Whole Foods. Now your grocery bill may take less of a bite out of your budget.
Our homes are often our biggest investment. So today we're going to talk about remodeling tips and trends with an expert.
And there's a baby boom at Southeastern Guide Dogs. We'll talk about how you can get some puppy love and make a difference in somebody's life at the same time. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and a welcome back to Rick Kirby from the Manatee Performing Arts Center.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you with us.
It always feels like I'm invited to a party when I come here.
I know.
That's how we like it.
We're going to talk about our little party in just a minute, but first I want to talk about everything that's going on with you this summer. You've just had some auditions for some big shows.
We did. We do our auditions in blocks of 3 or 4 shows, so we just cast our first 3 shows, which was The Producers. We're already in rehearsals. I can't believe it. We used to have a vacation in summer.
I was going to say, no summer's off for you.
No more. And then we've never done MAME. We've been around for 70 years. It's the first time I'll be on our stage, so I'm excited about that. And then there's a play in our second space, which is called The Father, which addresses memory issues and growing older. So a lot going on.
A lot.
At me, I see there. And what about memory issues?
I feel like I have that problem.
And then a musical review headed to the stage in a couple of weeks.
That's right. We have Decades Rewound. They have. I love the story that they started on our stage, and now they're touring nationally. So it's rooting for the hometown team, you know. So,
absolutely.
And they do a great show. They feature music that we all know from the 70s, 80s, 90s, 60s. So lots of costume changes, lots of choreography. They razzle-dazzle it up, so it's a lot of fun.
That is a lot of fun, and I did not realize that that started here.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
See,
Love
we're
it.
making big waves everywhere.
That's right. All right, well, welcome. We are going to have a lot of fun at our little cocktail party on a Monday. And the reason, of course, we will hear about from our friend Faz from Blue Martini, who is joining us in, or sorry, Blue Mangrove. I have Martini on the mind. Blue Mangrove brought us martinis, of course, in honor of Martini Day. But let's talk first about what we're making in the kitchen.
Sure. Today we're going to make different salads. Summer's here, the heat's here, so what I did was I brought you a variety of different salads, and we're also going to make an Asian sesame dressing to go with our ahi tuna salad.
Ooh, that sounds great. It does sound great, and you're so right with the heat. We've all been in salad mode lately. Try not to heat up the kitchen. Now, let's talk about Martini Day, because we have 4 very fun flavors here. Which ones did you make?
Well, as you know, Martini World has changed tremendously. Today, Martini comes in a variety of different flavors. And so what you have in front of you is a strawberry Martini.
Ooh.
And today, distributors are making strawberry vodka, so that has strawberry vodka in it, a little bit of triple sec, and some shaved strawberries, fresh strawberries. That's in it.
Yum.
I was wondering when that was floating around.
Yes, those are strawberries in there. And then give us a quick rundown of what else we're seeing.
And of course, Bobette's having my favorite, which is a lemon drop. Again, lemon vodka with a little bit of citrus, and it's got a little bit of sugar around the rim.
Okay, and I recognize Linda as a chocolate girl.
Chocolate martini, one of the favorite. It's very, very sweet, very refreshing. You can also even drink that as a dessert. So it does have chocolate vodka in it. Again, it's very good.
Wow.
And last but not least is another favorite, which is a watermelon martini. Watermelon vodka, and it does have a flavored triple sec that sits on the bottom of the glass that gives you that green look, like you're actually taking a watermelon drinking it.
It does have a green and red layer to it. How fun.
I see.
Very fun. All right, well, we are celebrating National Martini Day. It's a fun thing to have happen on a
this
Monday.
is awesome. This is so good.
Enjoy. Cheers to all
All
of you.
right,
Way to
always a
wrap up the
pleasure,
Monday.
Faz. Thank you very much. We're going to have a lot of fun with that.
good.
It is time for our first hot topic, and the shock waves continue to ripple from the massive Amazon Whole Foods deal, with both winners and losers being predicted. So who are the winners? We are, as consumers. Amazon's technology and services will likely provide more grocery options and save us time and money. Hey, that's all good news with a massive Whole Foods under construction on University Parkway. But there's a big concern about the losers, employees. Cashiers may be replaced by technology. Higher wage jobs, which Whole Foods is known for, won't anymore be needed. Plus, Amazon is known for razor-thin operating margins. But once this trend starts, will other chains have to replace humans with technology as well to compete with these low operating budgets? What do you think about this deal?
I love the idea of being able to order food online. It'll save me a lot of money because I'll go to the store with a list of 5 things and end up with 30 things.
Oh, good point.
So most of the things I buy are not things on my list, so I'll be buying a lot less. But I like real people in the stores. I like people to ask questions of. I need people to guide me, to say, why don't you try this? Or we've got something new here. So I think they'll lose money on the deal.
I refuse to go to the automated checkout lane. I
Yeah.
just think that it's against every principle I have.
Yes.
Let's find employment.
And it's hard.
And you always get stuck anyway halfway through, right? Well, I was hoping the opposite. I was hoping this would be almost like a silent deal, not that it would be more items we're going to be buying offline, but more of whoever owns now Whole Foods is just a new owner almost. You know, that's what I was hoping would come out of this.
It would be the same,
Yeah,
because we
just
like the way it is.
Same exact thing, just they just have a different owner, just more like diversing their their
Portfolio.
platform, their portfolio.
Here's the
so
thing,
that's what
though.
I was hoping, but who
Whole
knows?
Foods is expensive. I mean, we all know the joke. They call it whole paycheck. You know, their costs are higher for their food, and it often has to do with the service involved. So, you know,
Also because they don't buy in bulk like many of those
Right,
other
and
big
it's
box
organic,
stores.
and
yeah.
it's
so do you want to pay more for food? I mean, they had to do something
We go
to
to Whole
compete.
Foods, so we obviously do pay
Well,
more.
that's why I was hoping that this deal would be more of a way for Amazon to compete with Walmart and those kind of stores, not necessarily changing how we get our food, but changing their portfolio to say, hey, not only do we target the internet market, we also target the brick and mortar market. Now, granted, I don't know if this is true. I'm just hoping that's what comes out of it and no jobs are lost or no extra things are changed.
Right. Well, it certainly has been good, I think, across the board to have the food prices be a concern, because anytime anybody's budget can be improved, it's a good thing. You know, you
Yes.
just have to worry about the longer term effects of employment.
Because you just never know.
No, and I'm not one that has ever ordered groceries, but I would. You know, have you ever done that, Bobette?
I don't know. I have
You
not.
tell
I
me
have-
that you're terrible
I have-
about
yeah.
going to the grocery. You should
I
order
have
them.
not gone to the grocery store in months.
Well, you
Like,
should order
literally
them.
right now, I have a box of what's the thing that makes your
How do you eat?
She eats out every meal.
Every
She
day.
eats out every
It's
single meal.
horrible.
I'm one of those geeks who likes
I don't even know
going to
how
the
I'm
grocery
this
store.
small. It's
You like the
crazy.
grocery?
I do. I like being able to pick that apple or that pear, you know.
I do too. I don't want a random picking my
Yeah,
produce.
exactly.
I can't do it. I don't know how to grocery shop. I swear. I know it sounds simple.
That sounds like a whole segment.
Yeah,
Let's go
I
to the
don't know
grocery
how to
store.
do it. I go down one aisle, I get frustrated, and I leave.
That's
Every
interesting.
day.
See, I think ordering would be good for you because it would force you to put food in your home. I can see why Linda likes it, so she doesn't have to, you know, go out after a long day at work. I don't know, Rick. You and I are on the fence about
Yeah.
that one. I have a little control issue there.
Yeah. But still, who would order their food from? Because you want to feel it and look at it.
Someone that doesn't want to get in the car, that's who. When it's 95
I would
degrees.
do that. I'm that one that doesn't want to feel it.
I hear you. So Queen Bee has given birth to a new prince and princess. Sources say Beyonce had her twins, a baby boy and a girl, on Monday, June 12th. So it was speculated that Beyonce was in labor because there was all sorts of increased security around LA Hospital last week. Well, the confirmation came this weekend from Grandpa. Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's dad, blasted the news on Twitter with a Father's Day post reading, "They're here and happy birthday to the twins." No official comments or photos have been released. Wonder if he got in trouble for that.
Probably. I love how that couple is just so tight on certain things. Like, you don't ever see pictures of their kids. You don't ever see them all out, you know, like some other couples. So I love that. But yeah,
They
everyone's
probably
all
had a fight
excited.
over who's going to release the news. I'm going to tell.
That's
no,
why I
I'm
think
gonna
Grandpa's
tell.
probably
He
in trouble.
Won, and on Father's Day, I bet they said, okay, this is your Father's Day gift.
So go ahead.
You can make the announcement.
Well, we have not seen a picture of her in months.
Well, last time I
Months
saw it
and
with
months.
twins, you get to be huge.
Her party, her baby shower,
Yeah.
those pictures came out where she was like, you know, big belly and she had like a henna tattoo on her
Right,
stomach.
right.
But I mean, I think that's design. She's used to being look amazing, and
Right.
sometimes your body changes. You don't want everyone to experience.
oh, yeah.
How much you wanna
having
bet in
twins.
6 weeks she'll be tiny again.
Yes, she will.
that
The
won't
next
be
picture,
fair.
Understand how that
she'll be
happens.
gorgeous. I don't either.
I don't think
But
that
doesn't
would
happen in-
Don't tell me.
Doesn't happen in the real world, that's for sure. The prosecution in the Bill Cosby criminal trial is getting ready for round 2. Now, round 1 ended in a mistrial due to a hung jury after 6 days of deliberations produced neither conviction nor acquittal. Experts say it appears guilty beyond a reasonable doubt caused the jurors to hesitate. At one point, the jury asked for clarification about exactly what does that mean. It remains unclear if the names of the first 12 jurors will be made public. Were you surprised at this mistrial?
I was not.
I was surprised.
After day 3 of deliberation, I knew they were having an issue, because if you have to go back so many times, there's some sort of contention in between the group, and chances are that isn't just going to be solved automatically.
Well, I thought there'd been so much publicity about this case that they would just, everybody would find him guilty, because they've heard this for so long now. It's been going on for years that we've been hearing the story. And moving it out of a city doesn't do any good, because we've heard as much about it here as they've heard there.
But
so
you can
I was
only
surprised.
take the evidence that's presented to you in that trial. They couldn't look back at the history of the other accusers.
And they did a good job there.
They did, and I was just going to say, part of me, I mean, I don't like to see a hung jury. Obviously, it was a lot of time and expense and, you know, no resolution. But from a legal perspective, I like the fact that even with all that publicity, even with everything, they obviously considered what was presented for them. They did not feel that because of that evidence that was presented before them, everything was answered correctly, and it wouldn't have been fair to move on.
And I think that's important. But I think part of the problem is, like, we hear what is being told to us. Sometimes a lot of the details we don't get. So we formulate an opinion without getting all the facts that the jurors have.
Right.
So now here we are like, oh, he should have been this way, or this should have went that way. And then they're probably looking at it at a more serious, high-end level, where they're like, okay, I have to concentrate on the wording of this,
And
this,
kudos
and
to those jurors to sticking to their guns.
I agree.
It's so easy to be beaten down somehow. You know?
I was on a jury once, and when I went upstairs, the police department said, somebody's going to hang tonight, because I was on the jury. It was about breaking and entering, and they told us that to be guilty of that, you had to conceive in your mind before you went in that you were going to steal something. And so I voted for not guilty, and everybody was surprised, but it seemed one little letter of the law made him not guilty, and that could be the same thing in the Crosby trial.
And that, of course, is the burden of proof that the prosecution has. So, well, we'll see what happens, because prosecution has come out and said that this is going to go to another trial. So here we go again.
I feel sorry for everybody involved.
I mean, he's almost 80 years old.
Yeah, no, there's no good end here. A McDonald's billboard high in the sky on the New Mexico-Colorado border is a hit on social media. It is advertising green chili breakfast burritos, and it says, usually when you roll something this good, it's illegal. It is a stoner joke, and it is appropriately placed because pot is legal in Colorado and not in New Mexico. This has been taken down. McDonald's did not find it so funny. However, it might make you want a green chili burrito.
That is hilarious.
I'm not even thinking about green chili burritos after that.
Hence why McDonald's is not pleased. All right, we're going to check out our happy hour forecast. And when we come back, an important conversation about net neutrality and what it means to all of us.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan, updating you now on that tropical system down to our south right now. It appears that the models are starting to come in agreement that it's going to move more toward the north-northwest away from Florida. That's a good sign. However, we're still in the likelihood of getting some showers and some thunderstorms here throughout the day on Tuesday. Some of those could be rather strong, and some heavy rainmakers at times as well. We are anticipating, again, a good chance of that rainfall. Get a look at the visible satellite imagery. You can see a little bit of rotation there just north of the Yucatan Peninsula. That appears to be where the low pressure is now located. And you can see a little spin and twist. Not much on the western edge of it, a lot more on the eastern edge. But as it pulls further away from Florida, there'll be less of an impact. We are still expecting, as I said, a lot of rainfall from the system. We've already had a heavy shower, heavy storm just about an hour and a half ago. That has since moved to our north. Some light rain around now. A few heavier storms into Hardy County, just south of Wauchula. Currently at the airport, we are looking at some clouds and 76. More in your forecast coming up at 5.
The concept of net neutrality is making big headlines this week. A major company joins the fight against the FCC for the concept of an open internet. And here to explain net neutrality and how it's happening and what new technology experts are saying is Jason Kryko. All right, so Jason, tell me, what is net neutrality?
Net neutrality is basically saying a company or an internet service provider cannot speed up or slow down the internet or the transmission that's coming through to you.
Okay, that makes sense.
So somebody's established a speed level, And it has to be there.
It's saying there's no established speed level. They
Oh, okay.
cannot
Do whatever
throttle
they
it
want.
back. They cannot slow it down or speed it up for themselves.
It has to be natural.
Well,
Yes.
why is this important?
Well, if you look at the way, let's say Comcast and they own NBC. If they wanted to, they could actually say, we own Hulu. We want Hulu to run faster than Netflix. So we're going to go ahead and slow down Netflix just a little bit.
Oh, I see.
If a startup company were to come out and the startup company said, you know, we've got a new product, this is taking off, and it was a threat at all to them, if it's a news organization, then Fox could say, we don't want that company to be out there, or this internet provider, and actually slow that down.
What does that mean, slow it down?
Well, if you're watching a video, it won't come on.
It'll
Or
take longer
it's
to
You know, when it
slow.
loads
I
and
have that.
loads.
Yeah,
Yes.
it takes longer.
It'll
to
slow
load.
it
Yes,
down.
it's just waiting, and that little thing's
circle
going
of death.
round and
Yes,
round and
and
round.
you're stuck waiting for it to happen. And that's what they
Oh.
do. And that's the fear, and that's why net neutrality has been started, is before this can happen, they're putting rules into effect to try to stop it.
All right, so what is the FCC proposing?
Well, now we're talking about rolling it back.
Okay.
And one of the people that started it, Tom Wheeler, said that saying net neutrality stifles the internet is like saying the First Amendment stifles speech. Okay, it doesn't stifle the internet. What it does is allow other companies to have a say-so in what's going on. The FCC right now is proposing to roll it back to what they call, instead of a level 2, to a level 1, which means very hands-off.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's the problem, is people don't want it. They want to be able to promote their material, put their product out there, and have everyone see it.
Well, and won't the
Okay.
consumer get frustrated if this occurs?
Well, absolutely. Well,
I will.
Well, when looking to come on here, one of the things online, someone had taken a popular cable company and made a screenshot and put, if you wanted the internet package 1 with local and Google, it's $79 a month. But if you want Hulu and Netflix, then you need to pay $110 a month because it uses more bandwidth. And that's literally what could happen, and it has happened in other countries, and people have had to intervene.
And how are people or companies taking a stand against this action?
Well, one of the big ones we're seeing right now, and on July 12th, you're going to see a lot of this on the internet, is that companies such as Netflix, Amazon, Etsy, they are going to actually protest along with hundreds of other companies and put things anywhere from when you click a link, it's going to have a signal, little thing pop up like the old waiting sign saying, we're waiting for this to come on, or they're going to actually come in and slow down the internet. And
Wow.
So
literally,
yeah.
they're going to do what the FCC is proposing so people can see what's
what
happening?
could happen by taking a complete hands-off approach to the internet.
Wow.
And so, and a lot of people argue less regulation. I'm normally a person that argues less regulation is better. But in some cases, you have to, like the phone company, you have to have
Yes,
some
you are.
regulation.
it's
Right.
like at a stop sign, not having anybody have to stop, just do your
If
own
you put
thing.
yield on all 4 corners, someone's going to run through it and say, well, I had the Lamborghini. I'm sorry. You know, that's what happens.
Well, it's interesting
That
because
makes
I
sense.
think this concept, we've all heard about it, but we don't necessarily understand
Yeah.
it. But if I'm shopping, which I do all the time online, of course, and I go to Amazon or wherever, Etsy, on July 12th, and I can't push anything through.
Yeah.
Because
Or
it
it's gonna
takes
just take
forever.
longer. You get frustrated.
That's going to wake people up
It
to the
will.
concept and what can happen.
If they know why that's happening.
Yes, and a lot of people aren't going to know why on July 12th the internet is simply running
Yes,
slow. They're
yes.
going to go to Wikipedia as their go-to news source and see that it's running very slow or not at all. And that's, people need to understand, these companies are trying to protect their future.
Okay.
So-
Yeah,
And
'cause
what else
Netflix, I
can we
would
do?
just
I
change the
understand that
station.
these companies are protesting, but what else is there out there? You know, do people contact the FCC? What
Oh
else
yes,
is out
over
there?
4 million people have written letters to the FCC, and you know they have to read and go through these. This FCC can't just say let's skip 1 million of them. So over 4 million people have written, and I think that's what pushed this through before. People want to roll it back, of course, but do we really? The question is, do we really want to leave it in the hands of the cable companies or those
I
who are
don't.
buying other companies?
I don't want to leave anything in the hand of my cable.
Right. It's always
Not-
broken, and
not
B, it
even
costs
my
a fortune.
cable.
Yeah, someone
Not
will
even my cable.
call them up. Can you please get HBO to run faster? We'll send someone out in 48 hours.
Yeah.
You know,
And we'll
that's-
charge you an extra $100 a month.
exactly.
But
That's
it'll be
what we're
between
running
9
with.
and 5 that you have to be there to
Yes.
Sorry if you
yes.
So take off work.
Very
All right, so
interesting.
we can continue to contact the FCC and hopefully
Contact
support
the
those
FCC and support the companies. There's more you can do with that.
All right, well, thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you very much.
And you can watch for future developments about this in July. And next, Dr. Jenny, she's here, and she's going to tell us how to fix low testosterone, because I might have that issue.
Good to know.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
Keep up with your investments and market trends by watching the ABC7 Stock Report. Get a recap of all the day's stock market activity. Be sure to watch your Suncoast News at 6 for the ABC7 Stock Report, sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
We see the advertisements all the time. Are you suffering from low T? But what does having low testosterone really mean? And is this just a concern for men? Well, here to fill us in on all the facts on testosterone and our hormones is Dr. Jenny. Did I say that right?
You said it correctly.
I have a hard time with saying testosterone.
No, you called it testosterone.
No,
That's a combination of estrogen and testosterone.
That's what I think I need.
But we always hear of it as something, you know, that makes you manly. But does it affect women as well?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, women with low T, and the moment you give them that testosterone, remember the swinging off the chandeliers, just the energy that you get, and just the overall, just you just feel good.
What does it do for men?
But for men, I mean, it just makes you super masculine, you know, when the guy just is very aggressive, come hither, you know, woman, get over here, get in my bedroom. That's, you know, you want a manly man. You want those pheromones and those juices flowing, right? You want a guy that's more aggressive, not just, you know, really timid.
But it's not just sex.
It's not just sex. It's all cognitive. It's mental function. So testosterone has been clinically shown to reverse Alzheimer's disease. It's linked to Alzheimer's disease and dementia. So that's a big, huge, you know, studies that they're doing on rats and showing how it's actually making the mind younger. So as you get older, those levels start to decline, your memory starts to diminish.
So that's
when you're forgetting your keys and you don't have no, you know, willpower to go do anything. You kind of become a, you know, a human slug. When you become lazy, I call it, you know, no testosterone equals a lazy human being, right?
Wow.
And no one wants laziness.
Oh, this is scary. You're not as smart, you're lazy. So what are
now I know what I need in my life.
Signs? Well, this is scary. Tell us the warning signs.
Yeah,
First of all, the warning signs for men.
So men will experience low testosterone symptoms like low energy. So the moment a guy says, gosh, I just have no energy, or erectile dysfunction, when someone, you know, men do not want ED, okay? This is where Viagra starts to come in, Cialis, and that's something that's bad for you. You don't want to take the Viagra, the Cialis, all these toxic chemicals, so testosterone is the natural Viagra. And then the memory loss, of course, we just discussed that. The weight gain, you see the men with big pot bellies, they look like they're 6 months pregnant and they never give birth. And then the hair loss, actually, you know, testosterone will equal, you know, balding. Male balding comes from low testosterone.
That's interesting.
So
I always
you
thought it was
give
the opposite.
increased testosterone. No, it's actually, yep,
Really?
it's the DHT right before the testosterone that causes the hair, you know, to bald.
If a man calls you baby all the time because he can't remember your name,
low testosterone. Hey, baby. And then with women, you know, a lot of the symptoms are very similar too. Women will also experience the low energy, the disruptive sleep. So women are like, I just can't sleep. They wake up all the time in the middle of the night. Weight gain, it's not usually in the belly for women, it's in the hips. Hair loss for women, that's huge. A woman that's just losing her hair in the shower and she's got big balls of it. And then the osteoporosis, this is horrifying for women when your bones are thinning. No one wants to break their hip and you know, have a thinning bone. So you give a woman with osteoporosis or osteopenia a testosterone injection or a testosterone supplement in some form, their bone density increases and they feel better, they feel stronger. I call it my super weapon hormone because it helps me with my muscle tone and the trim. It just keeps everything, you know, the collagen in the skin. So it's an all-around awesome hormone and it's easily tested for.
Okay, I know this sounds like a stupid question because I love the side effects because those seems like those are things I don't want. But on the other end, if I take testosterone, am I going to grow hair on my chest in random places?
And a mustache and a beard.
If you take too much, yes, that's absolutely a possibility. That's why testing for low T is very important. A lot of people just come in and they're not being supervised. So you always want to make sure that you're medically supervised and you're doing it as hormone replacement, not jack me up therapy.
How do you test for that? Is it a blood test or a saliva test?
Saliva test or a blood test. You can do both. You could even test it through urine. It's about $50 if you just do testosterone by itself. Majority of insurance companies will cover 100% of it, or you have a $25 copay, whatever your insurance network is. PPOs, HMOs, Medicare, TRICARE cover 100% of it. So it's super. I test my testosterone levels every single year, especially after I'm done having children. Bone density is low, hair's falling out, you have extra weight. The moment I check my testosterone levels, I pump myself back up. I do about a 2-month protocol for myself. I trim up, lean up, hair comes back fuller and thicker. If you look at pictures of me 2 years ago, my hair looked so limp and flat, and now it's just so luscious. Everyone's like, why is your hair so thick?
Boy,
it's
something's
like
working.
Yeah, right?
Thank
And
you, Dr. Jenny.
Swinging off the chandeliers, right? The libido.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's working.
It's a combination of good things.
You can go to
Like
Dr. Jenny at Main Street at her pharmacy, Age Vital. And you can go online and get information on this at Age Vital Pharmacy. So go to agevital.com and find out more. Next, we're going to see some Southeastern Guide Dog puppies. A lot of Southeastern Guide Dog puppies.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better. With amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in the kitchen with Faz from Blue Mangrove. And I understand that you brought some bubbly to share. That's a little unique. Tell us about it.
Yes, I did. Good afternoon to all of you first. Summer's coming, heat's here, so what I did was I decided to bring this latest champagne that came out. It's sparkling rosé by Francis Coppola, and it's called Sophia. So it's champagne in a can that you can actually take with you on your boat. You can go to picnic with it and so forth, and you don't have to worry about glass, and it's really a wonderful champagne.
Okay, well, you of course can find that at Blue Mangrove, and we look forward to doing a little tasting when we come over in the kitchen.
Sure.
All right, Linda?
As you may know, we've been proudly sponsoring and raising a Southeastern guide dog puppy here at ABC7. Our Wrigley is almost 11 months old now, but we've just learned that there is a baby boom at Southeastern Guide Dogs Kennel, or maybe we should call that a puppy palooza. Leslie Shepard, Director of Puppy Raising Services with Southeastern Guide Dogs, is here with, who is your friend? Who did you bring?
Oh, I brought a little puppy. She's from the pilot litter, and she doesn't have a name just yet, but
she's adorable.
So we call her Pup Pup.
Pup Pup, or Little Green, or Little Bit, or, you know, whatever.
We call her adorable is what we call her. I'm melting.
Well, now, you've had a puppy palooza, a baby boom at Southeastern Guide Dogs. What about timing on this thing?
Well, the timing is all about spring and Mother Nature and, you know, the birds and the bees, and then what happens naturally happens for our mama dogs as well. And so when we have the opportunity to breed our dogs, we want to take advantage of that. We can't control that, and we can't control the size of litters that come. Okay. So an average litter is usually about 5, but because Southeastern Guide Dogs always is better than average, we have, of course, beaten the average, and we had very large litters this year.
Like how many puppies?
We have total in the kennel right now about 100 puppies right now.
Oh my goodness.
I want to go.
A lot of
We need a field trip, girls. Can you imagine all those puppies?
Now, you are actually monitoring all of the dogs from the time that they conceive all the way through.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have a top-notch genetics and reproduction department that is monitoring these puppies from the time that they're conceived all the way until the time they go home with our puppy raisers.
Now, our Wrigley is getting older, but can Stephanie raise another puppy?
Of course she can.
Can people who've raised one be a puppy raiser again?
Absolutely. In fact, we have a really great retention rate. About 70% of our puppy raisers will repeat. Okay. But it's always about timing for us because puppies come back to us, to Canine College, at different times of year. And summer and spring is a time when we have a lot of puppies, so we are always recruiting new puppy raisers.
Okay, Stephanie, we're going to put you on the spot. Would you do it again?
Absolutely, I would do it again. I'll be honest, it's a debate in my household because as you have timing with your puppies, it is a big commitment, and you know we're balancing kids going to college and things like that. So there is a passionate discussion about my house when the timing will be right. But the reward is incredible, and you ladies see it every day with Wrigley. Yeah. I mean, Wrigley came to me at about that size, actually a little bit younger. I know, it is so hard to believe. And you know, he's an almost 1-year-old dog now, and I'm heartbroken that he won't be with me every day, but I'm so proud of his potential, and you can see as he's grown through the year with us. And I don't know, it's kind of, I feel the same about Wrigley as I do about having a senior in high school. You know, I'm getting ready to send my daughter into the world, and while I'll miss her, I'm so excited to see what happens with her, but I'm so excited to see what will happen with Wrigley when he goes back to Southeastern to be in for training, because you really do raise it with the knowledge of I just want him to do the best he can be.
Well, these are really great dogs. So when you get one of these puppies, I've had one. When you get one of these puppies, you get a very special dog, don't you?
You do. We have a really extensive puppy education program that starts when they're 2 days old, and that continues until they go off to their puppy raiser at about 10 weeks. She is 10 weeks old, so she's going to be headed home pretty soon. And
I think we wore her out.
Yeah.
She's just bored.
See how mellow she is?
Well, and I will speak from having, you know, one of your puppies obviously in my home and raising dogs on my own as well. Having a quality animal to work with is an amazing, amazing experience, because, you know, they are carefully bred so that they do have the qualities you want in an animal, and that makes puppy raising so much easier. And any little stumble you come upon, you remember when you had a newborn baby at home and you're like, what do I do with this thing? When you have a newborn puppy at home and you have a question, there's people to call.
Someone to call
And I
help.
did make phone calls, and I did text my, you know, volunteers that are so knowledgeable and say, okay, this just happened. Any advice? What should I do? You know, so you have help. I never felt, you know, lost or helpless or anything like that.
We are there for you 24/7, literally 24/7.
Now, Wrigley's 11 months old. What's in his future?
Wrigley is coming up on a really important milestone. He's going to hit his 1-year-old birthday, 12 months, next month, and we will be doing an assessment video on him out in the field to kind of see how he's been doing with just some things that he'll encounter in his college, if you will, training. How is he doing with underfootings? How is he doing on stairs? How does he do greeting other people and strange dogs? And this is kind of like the SAT.
Oh, you're stressing me out. I just did these with my daughter.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, and that helps all of us. What can we do in this next month before his big assessment to help him be the most successful?
Polish, polish. Everything is about polishing at this point. So, you know, making sure that he, when he goes into a heel position, that he's doing it very crisply. That when you ask him to sit, he's doing it on the first request and fairly quickly. That he's not having any issues going upstairs or going in new places or seeing new things.
Okay.
Okay, so people can get a guide dog puppy now and have the wonderful experience we've all had. Stephanie did the work, but we enjoyed the puppy, so we've all had a great time.
You gave lots of love, and that is part of getting to have a puppy.
Well, for more information on how you can raise a guide dog puppy, go to Southeastern Guide Dog's website. You can get more information there. And to see the latest on Wrigley's adventures, you can follow him on Instagram and Twitter at Wrigley's View. Next, how to renovate your home with today's latest trends.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
What's a nice Jewish girl to do when she can't introduce her WASP boyfriend to her conservative parents? Hire an actor. Hilarious and insightful, Bo Jest is at the Player Center June 14th through the 25th, and it's your ticket to a sizzling summer. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Don't miss Bo Jest.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Haley Wilgus. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. A Lakewood Ranch shooting range will be closing at the end of the month. What property owners have in mind for the site in the short term. And new estimates show the significant impact of the area's arts and cultural scene that it has on the Suncoast economy. We'll show you the results of a new study. But first, let's head over to Bob.
Haley, a large plume of showers and thunderstorms continue to work their way up from the south right on into parts of Florida. The main area of low pressure now has shifted a little bit to the west and just north of the Yucatan Peninsula now, and it appears that the center, as you can see on this visible satellite imagery, is right about there, void of any storms on the western edge, but a lot of deep convection to the east. It is moving a little bit further away from Florida, so that's a good thing. Maybe not as many storms anticipated for us throughout the day on Tuesday. We'll have your complete forecast coming up at 5. See you then.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
color in my garden, keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Keep up with your investments and market trends by watching the ABC 7 Stock Report. Get a recap of all the day's stock market activity. Be sure to watch your Suncoast News at 6 for the ABC 7 Stock Report, sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
A home is one of our biggest investments, so making a decision to remodel is an important one. Kate Spencer from Tile Outlets of America is here with things to think about when we decide to make the changes in our homes. So Kate, if we're considering a home remodel, it always seems so overwhelming. Where do we even start?
Well, that's the biggest question, where to start. And I would suggest that people go out, go to Pinterest, go to House, search for some ideas and some looks that you're looking for your home, and bring those to the store. And, you know your dimensions of what you're kind of looking for, because that gives us the inspiration that you're looking for.
Okay, so it's good to show up with pictures.
Are certain rooms more important?
No, every room is important.
Okay.
But you want to make sure it's the look that you're looking for. That inspiration that you have, the color patterns that you're looking for, the textures, the design element. You bring those images in, and we'll actually create that image for you.
I want to kind of go off what Beth just asked, though, because you do always hear that, it's kitchens and bathrooms that get you the most bang for your buck when you're reselling. Well, I know Linda's interested in this because she is, looking into her remodeling options. Is that true, or does everything matter equally?
Everything matters equally, but I will tell you, a little bit of just changes that you make in a backsplash or in a bathroom that you're doing will make an impact on a sale. So I think that's really important. I mean, sometimes it's just little things that'll decorate it enough and give you that impact.
Okay, well, let's talk trends. You mentioned backsplashes. I know that's a big trend. What kind of things are you seeing throughout?
Well, I would tell you the biggest trend we see right now is wood plank tiles. They're porcelain tiles or ceramic tiles that actually look like real wood.
Wow. And okay, tell me about cleaning these, because I've heard it's amazing.
It's amazing because it's just you're mopping it with hot water and and just moving on. No maintenance whatsoever. So wood plank floors are definitely a big hot item right now, and you're seeing more and more of that coming out in all different looks that you would find in real natural wood.
Great for beach living.
Right. So it looks like wood, but yet your kids, your dogs, your dirt, it doesn't matter so much.
I've got a lot of traffic, and I'm so glad to hear I could use that.
Absolutely, and that's a good point on dogs and scratching of wood floors. You hear that a lot when people come in. Oh, I'm changing out my wood floors because they're getting scratched up. And we have a lot of beach looks right now in wood planks. So for us being on this coast, I think that's a really great thing as well.
We also are seeing a lot of the brick look, I've noticed.
Yeah, brick looks is hot right now. Now, these are porcelain tiles that are meant to look like brick.
Really?
And you can use them inside, outside, do a feature wall in them. They're just really fascinating, and there's so many different styles and color patterns. You think of that old Chicago brick look up north, but you can get that look down here as well, and I think that's really cool in a porcelain tile.
Oh, that is really cool. Yeah. All right, and I know that the real kind of contemporary look of the subway tile is in.
The subway tile will never go old. It's been around forever. You think of like subways up in, New York where you're traveling. Subway tiles are anything that's a plank-looking tile. You can have it in glass, ceramic, porcelain. You can get it in stone. Anything that's in that subway kind of dimensional look is what you're looking for subway. It's really, really hot, and you can implement any color into it.
That's
great. And a variety of different trends when you try to combine them.
You can combine all of those, actually, and create a really fascinating look.
Plank wood, Subway walls. Backsplash.
Backsplash.
A
You
brick
got it.
backsplash.
You got it.
All right, now when we look at the high-end luxury look, which sometimes we're trying to achieve in our own home, you often see marble. But I know it's really hard to maintain and work with. Are there other options?
There are definitely options. I mean, right now, because of the technology that's created, any tiles can be printed to look like any marble. So you're finding porcelain tiles that look like true marble.
Wow.
And they're actually, so less maintenance. You know, now there are going to be people that are going to want marble. Let them get the marble because we have that too. But now they're making porcelain tiles that look like marble with no maintenance.
Oh, so they're easy. They don't scratch.
No, they don't scratch because
Or stain.
Or stain, exactly.
And they're probably not as slippery.
And you don't have to maintain them. You know, I mean, people that have marble, you have to maintain them and keep them luxury. You know, this is going to have that luxury look all the time.
Okay, well, we're on a budget because that's just how life is. Are there ways that we can keep the costs down?
Well, definitely. Right now is the perfect time to keep the costs down. We're running a sale through June 26th, and we have amazing sales on wood plank tiles starting at $1.28 a square foot.
Oh.
And you'll be able to find those porcelain tiles, mosaics up to 90% off. This is our June clearance sale. This is where we try to, you know, get some things out there for you guys to take advantage of and allows us to make room for new items coming in. So you'll be able to see things on sale and new items coming in.
Well, this is amazing.
All right,
I feel
lots
like
of
a remodel is in my future.
I know, a lot of great remodel ideas. We do all love to talk home trends. Remember, you can go to Tile Outlets of America for these deals through June 26th. Also find information on their website at tileoutlets.com. All right, so fun. Love to think about homes, and we will soon be making our way into our home kitchen.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world.
If you get knocked down, stand up again. Rip it up again. Give me one chance, give me one chance. I'm gonna make it. Give me my chance, this is my chance. I'm gonna take it.
The new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Until recently, getting older meant losing your energy, memory, sex drive, even gaining weight, but it doesn't have to.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jenny Wilkins, owner of Age Vital Pharmacy Research and Wellness. Reversing or slowing the effects of aging can be as simple as supplementing vitamins, minerals, and hormones that your body needs in order to look and feel young again. At Age Vital, we do this without taking harmful prescription drugs that often have a longer list of side effects than benefits. Growing older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Age well, Age Vital.
Welcome back. Well, I understand I missed out on Friday because we talked about a dog that can sniff out bed bugs.
Yes.
Fill me in. I'm fascinated.
It was amazing.
And he really did it right for you?
Yes,
Oh,
he
he
walked
did.
around this little circle
Only
thing.
one of those has bed bugs. All the others have other things in them. He would find the bed bug. Watch him now.
Oh, he got excited.
He can point.
We were all just astonished. She was like, "Where's the bed bug?" And he said, "Right here."
I'm both astonished and grossed out that we have a need for this. Like, that actually really concerns me, that there's enough bed bugs around here that we need dogs to come show us.
Wouldn't you like to know you don't have them? For me, that would be a big deal.
But he was saying it's really important because, you know, when you have a large sum of bed bugs, you know. But when you just have that one and you're in
Or
this
few.
big house and you're trying to figure out where exactly it is, this takes it out. They can find literally just.
He'll come and point to it.
This goes back to my original theory. Dogs can do anything. All right. Very neat, very interesting. And we've got some interesting things in the kitchen today as well. We're going to join Blue Mangrove, make some salads, and sip some bubbly. Why not?
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what we're working on for the top of the hour. A shark sighting that's a little too close for comfort. How beachgoers on the northern Gulf Coast dealt with a large shark very close to shore. Taking a quick look at Suncoast Traffic Watch. Right now, there's a crash in South Sarasota County. It's on I-75 right near Laurel Road exit, and it is slowing traffic in that area. Let's get over to Bob now for another look at our weather.
Well, the second named storm of the season has formed. Just came in from the National Hurricane Center, Brett, but it's well east of the Lesser Antilles, or at least heading that way well east of our area. A large plume of moisture heading in our direction. The good news is that it appears that the low pressure area now has emerged in north of the Yucatan, and right there it is, with the deep convection sort of being drawn further away from the state of Florida. We're still going to get some storms. We'll have much more on that coming up at 5. See you then.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Belt Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knock in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live at the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
ABC 7, My Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch My Suncoast News wherever you are. On our live stream, on our newly redesigned MySuncoast.com, and a brand new ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, and dining with recipes and all the hottest Suncoast restaurants. Visit MySuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for iOS and Android. Download ABC7's official Suncoast weather app onto all your devices so you can stay informed wherever you go. With our full-featured weather app, you get weather alerts, interactive radar maps, current conditions, 10-day forecasts, and weather video from ABC7, all at your fingertips. And it's free. The ABC7 official Suncoast weather app, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. Just search Suncoast WX in the App Store and download yours today.
Coming up Tuesday at 4 on Suncoast View, the Circus Arts Conservatory is headed to our nation's capital. Dolly Jacobs will join us to talk about the honor of being asked to perform at the Smithsonian and all that is involved in taking that show on the road. 1 in 4 men have not seen a doctor in the past year. We're going to get doctors' advice on changing that. Plus, behind the scenes at Feld Entertainment with Marvel Universe Live. And J-Pan joins us in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Faz from Blue Mangrove Grill. And before we start cooking, can you tell us what's in this bubbly glass here?
Sure, of course. This is Francis Coppola's latest edition. It's champagne in a can. This is actually a rosé that they introduced. And it's called Sophia. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful sparkling
Linda
wine.
loves
Very
rosé.
good.
I like rosé a lot.
Lovely
You're
rosé.
right.
And just the concept that you can grab and go bubbly.
That's right. It's very good if you're having a picnic on a weekend or you're going somewhere and you don't want to carry glass with you. This will make it very comfortable. It does come in a 4-pack.
And they have little straws. I'm just saying, it's like a juice box for grown-ups.
In case you're at the beach or on your boat, that's it's really great.
And you don't have to pour it into the glass. You can just do it with a juice.
Yeah, you can chug it right out of the can.
There you go. Right.
I won't tell
Sure.
you why.
This is so much more Why use another container
right.
when
Enjoy.
it comes in a container?
It's very good. So today what I did was I brought you some salads because obviously the weather's getting really hot, and we're going to make an Asian sesame dressing.
Okay.
And Rick's going to help us out with that. The ingredients are all in front of you. We're going to start, if you like, from the front, which you have ginger, powdered ginger, if we would put that in there. And then we have a little bit of salt and pepper. And then this is sesame oil.
Does it all go in?
Yes, please.
Do you cook, Rick?
I love to cook.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
Wow.
And then that is honey. We're going to put a little bit of honey to make it a little bit sweet.
Okay.
That looks
And of
great.
course, that's our sesame, so we're going to put a little bit of that in there.
And Faz, what a great idea to make your own dressing, because if you read the bottled dressing ingredients,
Yes.
tons of chemicals and preservatives.
And at Blue Mangrove, every dressing is made in-house. Even our ranch,
They're
our
not
blue
that
cheese.
hard.
Absolutely
We can do
not.
this
They're
at
not.
home.
Very, very easy.
Does he put those in?
Yes. Garlic, that's up to you. You can put as
I
much
like
as you like.
garlic.
Okay, well, here you
Layer
go.
it in, right? He said I got a big scoop of that.
And then that's
smell you.
just orange juice, and we're going to offset that with the honey.
Okay.
And then if you stir that, it makes it
What about
fantastic.
this other thing? There's salt, sugar?
There's salt,
put that in,
sugar,
salt,
right.
pepper, yeah.
That looks amazing.
I think Rick
So
has
pretty
this under
much that is
control.
the dressing that you have here next to the salad that's sitting there.
This man knows what he's doing over here.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
will
very
not
good.
put my finger
Hey, I
in
went to
it, don't
culinary
worry.
school, I know.
And so what I did was I brought you a sushi grade tuna.
Okay.
What we did was we put a little bit of olive oil on it, and then what I'm going to do is just kind of like pick the tuna up and really place it in some sesame seed. It's so easy, and you can actually make this a day in advance. So when you get home the next day from work and you don't feel like cooking, you can just put this in a little bit of oil and let it sit.
But you said it's sushi grade. Where can I get that?
You can buy it at specialty fish markets. When you go there, you can request it, and they will have it
And
for
is
you.
that how it comes? Does it come in a block like that?
It does come in a block, or you can buy a loin and cut it yourself. Buying a block, it's easier for us because we
Right.
know exactly the portion that each individual salad gets.
Okay, so sushi grade is the
Sushi
important
grade,
part.
correct.
Okay. I'm always scared to do that on my own.
Usually they call it sushi grade, or sometimes they call it AAA grade.
Okay. But that means it's okay
Right.
to eat a little bit more raw.
That's right.
Okay.
And then, so this is what I did. I seared this earlier, and I'm going to give Linda one of them so she
right,
can
Linda.
actually cut it. And when it's rare, it cuts a
Do you
lot
cut
easier.
sideways or straight
However
up?
you like.
Okay, we better
She
go
can
the
do whatever
easy
she
way for me.
wants.
That's right. And
Oh, I didn't get, there it is.
She's like, I thought I cut something.
And if it's cooked too much, it's hard to cut it. It'll flake apart. So that's why.
Oh, this is easy to cut.
Yeah, it's
And it
very,
looks
very easy to cut.
beautiful.
Except I have no confidence in this. So.
Oh, you're doing wonderful.
Let's watch the fingers.
You do it much better than I would.
I'm getting my fingers way back there.
All right,
way
so
back there.
that goes on a lot of your salads, and in fact, you have a whole slew of them that's here. Can you go through a tour with us?
Sure, of course. So obviously, this is the one that Linda and I are preparing for you. It's over mixed green salad, or you can use any kind of salad that you like at home.
Okay.
And again, this is a great idea for a party on a Saturday or Sunday at home. That's our mangrove salad in front.
Okay,
and
with the strawberries.
With strawberries, right. It gets, and then on the back, it's our Greek salad.
Okay, with the potato salad.
Yeah, it's got potato in the middle.
Yum.
And it has feta cheese, Kalamata olives, and pepperoncinis, and grilled chicken.
And then I see a Caesar.
Yes, that's our Arsenio Caesar, anchovies, grilled chicken, and it's baby romaine.
Oh, how cute.
So we don't really chop it, we'll leave the whole...
And then you can cut it as you
cut it yourself.
And then in the back, that is a big pile of crab I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so good.
That's a very popular salad at
I
the
bet it
restaurant.
is.
That's the crab Louis salad.
I
and
bet it is.
People really enjoy that because of the lump crab, on top.
Oh,
It's
Faz, what a
wonderful.
great idea.
Yeah.
Blue Mangrove has amazing salads, and definitely this is the season with all the heat. So I've been told we're going to share these around. All right, they're heavy. There we go.
There's a lot
Greek
of
salad
meat
on the
skin.
move. Rick, I love that you are a cook. Now we know that about you as well. Faz,
That's the
always a
crab.
treat.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view. I'm passing.